Good morning, Seekers. Today is Wednesday, April 8th, 2020, and I've got another exciting day planned for you guys. What I want to tell you straight away, before you get distracted by anything, we have our second Seekers class team meeting on the Teams app today at 2:30. We're gonna watch a Generation Genius video together, and then we're gonna play a Kahoot together. So if you joined us last time, you already know how that works. If you weren't able to join us last time, definitely try to join us this time if you can. And if you weren't able to join us last time, know that you're either gonna wanna be able to switch screens between the teacher Kahoot screen that I'll be showing you and your student answer Kahoot screen, or you're going to want to have one of them pulled up on a laptop or a tablet and then maybe another device like a phone or something in your hand to do the student version. Whatever is easiest for you. And then I can help you problem solve if you're not quite sure the best way to do it. Pop into Teams today, anytime between 8 and 2:30, and I can help you troubleshoot anything. Oh, Alistair, we don't need to bark at the neighbors. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, why don't you go bark down there? There we go. All right, so where was I? All right, that is what we are doing today at 2:30, so I can't wait to see you guys there. Anybody who joins will be getting credit for a science grade because we're gonna be doing a science lesson with Generation Genius. So join in so you can get that science grade today at 2:30. All right, I'm gonna start out with some kudos. Now, these kudos are only current as of about 3 o'clock yesterday because that's whenever I cut off my notes for the workday to see who had done what. So the first one, I gotta say, I was hoping I'd have a few more numbers to call out for this. It goes to the people who have turned in their acrostic poems because we had that assignment on Monday. That was on Monday's video in Monday's packet. It's the poem where you write the letters of your name or the letters of a word going long ways down the paper, and then you write a line that starts with each letter of the word. And only 4 people have turned that in. And if you're still working on it, that's okay. I told you you had until the end of the week to get it to me. But I was expecting a few more than this. But hey, that just means I'm extra proud of these 4 people. So far, these are the only 4 whose acrostic poems I have received. I've got number 20, number 6, number 18, and number 19. Thank you, 4, for getting those poems to me. I loved each one of them. They were all absolutely amazing. Thank you. Your grades have already been entered into the online gradebook. Okay, sorry about that, guys. The dog saw somebody out the window and went crazy, so we had to cut that for a second. All right, so my next set of kudos goes to anyone who completed their very first online Teams assignment submission to me yesterday. Again, as of about 3 o'clock. So I have 7 names. That's excellent. So 7 of you did your very first Teams assignment. Remember, you had 2 assignments to do yesterday, but again, you have all the way till Thursday to get them done if you didn't get it done, so don't worry. But those who got them done the first day, number 2, number 4, number 17, number 18, they all did their very first assignment. And these next 3 people did both of their Teams assignments before the end of the school day yesterday. So double kudos to number 6, number 20, and number 21. Excellent job. I got those assignments in. They look fantastic. Super proud of you guys. Keep up the hard work. All right, moving on to our creature of the day. I have to tell you guys, I was inspired by seeing all of your pets. And I absolutely loved number 21's little reptilian pet because I actually, no, they are, whoop, Alistair. They are definitely reptiles. I had to pause for a second and think about if they were amphibians or reptiles, but they're definitely reptiles. They don't live in the water. So I think you'll probably already know what I'm talking about. This creature is the exotic gecko. There are lots of different types of geckos in the world. In the video, you were going to hear about a day living gecko and a night gecko known as he's kind of disguised like a ninja. And so you'll get to check him out. And you can see some crested geckos here, some leopard geckos, all sorts of really interesting colors and camouflage adaptations. Love it. Love a good reptile because they have so many adaptations, like the fact that they have these slitted eyes to help them with their night vision, and they've got those long tongues that can jump out and grab those bug insect prey. So many cool features. All right, So there's your creature of the day. You have a link in the video description to go find out more about the gecko. All right, there is no packet math today. So all you have to do for math today, you simply need to practice your multiplication flashcards. And I have assigned you a game in your Pearson Math app, you know, where you normally go to do your quick checks. And that game is called Factor Frenzy. It's gonna let you practice your decimal skills. Since yesterday you practiced writing the decimal words, today I want you to practice doing some adding and subtracting of decimals with your game. So that's all you have to do for math today. For ELA today, that is from the packet. So let me show you what you're going to be doing. Your first ELA assignment is titled Darkness in the Desert, and it is comprised of 3 pages. But don't worry, because I promise it's not a whole lot of work. It really isn't. Let me show you what it is. All right, so here is the first page. It is a poem titled Darkness in the Desert. If you would like this to be read to you, go into Miss Fee's Read Aloud playlist and you will hear a reading of this. Now, once you read it and listen to it, and we all know once is not enough. You cannot become an expert on a piece of text by reading it once. I want you to read it 2 to 3 times, or listen to it and follow along 2 to 3 times, because then you'll really know what it's saying. So once you have read it or listened to it and followed along 2 to 3 times, you're gonna move on to this next page, page 16, and you're gonna fill in the chart that is just like the chart you filled in for the comic strip on Monday, except this time you are going to fill in what you believe the theme of the poem to be. So this is where you're gonna put what is the topic of the poem in this first column. What are the details about the topic? So some other words that we could use to describe this is the main idea column. This is the supporting details column. What are the speaker's reflections on the topic? Reflections is kind of another word for emotions, feelings, or thoughts. So what do you think the speaker's emotions, feelings, or thoughts on the topic are? And then finally, once you consider all of those things, that is whenever you're gonna say what you think the theme is. Now, the last thing you have to do with this, and I know some of you are gonna be so excited when I say this, and some of you are gonna groan and roll your eyes. Unfortunately, both groups are still gonna have to do it, sorry. The last thing in your ELA packet for today is to complete this short answer writing prompt about the poem Darkness in the Desert. And the prompt says, what is the theme of the poem Darkness in the Desert? Use examples from the poem and your chart to support your response. And you can see there's some little lines here. I know they didn't print very clearly. You can use separate paper if you want to, or you can write it right on here. But this is where I want you to give me a short answer response. You already answered the question, what is the theme in the chart? Now you're gonna turn that into a written response using complete sentences. Make sure you clearly state the theme. The theme of the poem is, and say the theme. And then you can say, I think this is the theme because, and give me your text evidence. All right, that's what I want for that. All right, so that is your big ELA assignment for today. If you get stuck, do not worry, I'm here to help you. Pop into Teams anytime before 2:30 today and I will walk you through it. If you don't get to it before then, we can chat after our group meeting if you still need some help with that. Not a problem. All right, let's see what else you have today. After you've done your big assignment for ELA in your packet with the Darkness in the Desert, you need to go ahead and do your I Survived journal for the day. Today's journal prompt is a good one. It says, describe the last few school days at home with your packet and online learning. So you're just gonna give me a nice solid paragraph and describe what it's been like at home with your packet and with our online resources. How's that been for you? It doesn't have to be all good. It can be the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. So let me hear it. So you're gonna do your journal prompt, and then you have your usual things to finish out your ELA. You're gonna read for 20 minutes. By the way, if anybody's running low on books, give me a shout. I will come drop some sterilized books off at your front door. I guarantee it. After you read for 20 minutes, you're gonna do 30 minutes of your reading intervention program, either Lexia, Mind Play, or Moby Max reading stories. I've been watching that progress. I can't wait to give some leaderboard updates on this soon. Make sure you're doing those intervention times. And then finally, I will post the second chapter of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets today. I did the first chapter yesterday, so if you missed it, be sure to go back and look. I've got the link posted. Remember, I mentioned yesterday, this is no longer a public playlist with the read alouds. I've made it link only. You have to click the link to get to it, so you won't see it if you don't click the link. If you just go to our main YouTube Scott Seeker channel, you won't see it. You've got to access it through the link because of copyright reasons. All right, the only thing I have left to go over with you is your daily challenge is just something fun and something to hopefully get you outside, although I do know it is supposed to be rainy a little bit later today. So if you don't get to do this today, you can always try this tomorrow. Learn how to do a perfect cartwheel. And in the video description, I have given you 2 links of 2 different instructional videos on how to do a cartwheel. You may not know this, little fun fact about Mrs. Scott, but I used to teach a tumbling class. And so I spent a little while helping kids learn how to cartwheel, and it's really not as difficult as you think if you know the right way to do it. So I gave you 2 YouTube links. One is of 3 teenage girls who are obviously like borderline professional gymnasts. They are fabulous. And they do a great job of explaining how to do a simple, easy, safe, effective cartwheel. I also threw in a second video of a guy doing a cartwheel just because I wanted to show you that it's not just girls who do gymnastics and tumbling and stunts and stuff. You know, all the parkour things and martial arts and all of the very active sports like that, they use a lot of tumbling and gymnastics bases as well. So you have a video of some female instructors, you have a video of a male instructor. I'm gonna be honest, the girls do a little bit better job explaining the steps of the cartwheel than the guys' video does, but I put them both in there because you might pick up on different tips and tricks from either one. So if you do it, please send me a video. I would love that. I would love to have a collection of videos of you guys cartwheeling. That would be so fun for me. That would make my day. All right, I think I have gone through everything. The doggies have finally calmed back down, thank goodness. And I have hit all of the important information for today. So now all that's left is for you to get to it. Go ahead and get your schoolwork knocked out so we can have a great time this afternoon at 2:30. I hope you enjoy your day. I hope you have a wonderful time with your family. I hope you eat some delicious food. I hope you stay cozy and dry from the rain. But more than anything, I hope you remember that you can do anything because you are made of stardust. Bye, Seekers. I'll talk to you soon. Toodles!